Should you ever work for free? That's what we're talking about in today's episode, and our answers might shock you.
This is the JFDI podcast with the two Lauras, and this episode is sponsored by Agora Pulse. Laura Davis and Laura Moore share their insider secrets about building a successful and sustainable business as a freelance marketer. The two Lauras run one of the biggest communities for social media managers, the Inner Hub. So now you know you're in good hands, let's get on with this week's episode.
Should someone ever work for free?
Yes.
And no?
Yeah, totally. Both.
Okay. So let's dive in. We think there are 3 times that you should work for free, which I think is more than people were expecting us to
I think
say.
they would be very shocked that when we tell them they should work for free.
Yeah. Okay. So the 3 times in which we think it's okay to work for free are when it benefits you, and we can come on to that, when it doesn't stop you from earning money elsewhere, and when it can have long-term benefits for your business. But there are definite times you should not work for free too.
Okay, so I've got a question for you. What if our listener is a brand new social media manager and they want to get experience, in social media marketing? Should they work for free for a company to get experience?
100% categorically, no, never.
That's a firm no, yeah?
Firm, 100%.
Okay, so how do they get experience?
Their own social media marketing. Like, I can feel this is where I'm going to start waving my arms.
Beware the rant. The rant is incoming. There's going to be a rant.
Banging my microphone. But generally speaking, you can learn everything there is to know about social media marketing by doing your own social media marketing. You should not be practicing. You should not be learning on anyone else's content but your own. And I really feel quite passionately about this, that if you are new, either new to social media management full stop, or maybe new to a different platform, set yourself up on that platform, press all the buttons, learn what works, learn what doesn't work, and just start to understand how your social media strategies can be transferable to some businesses, how they can't. You can experience everything on your own marketing to a point. Yes, I guess if you're not, say, in e-commerce, and then some people are e-commerce, but there might be different buttons, etc. But on the whole, you can figure a hell of a lot out for yourself on your own social media.
Yeah, so the only company that you should ever work for free for in terms of doing social media marketing is your own business.
Yeah.
I think there's massive benefits to that as well, isn't there?
Huge. You can reap the benefits all day long, because if you're not doing that, if you're not doing your own marketing, then you're not, you're not only not getting experience, you're not building an audience, you're not winning clients, you're not getting in front of people. There's a whole wealth of things that you're not going to be doing if you're not learning. And because we're always learning. Tomorrow, when I post on social media, I will still be learning. We are always learning. The learning never stops. So if you sit there and say, okay, all right, fine, I will test on my own social media, and then when I've learned everything, I'll then start working for clients, because then I'll feel confident to charge. Well, that's never going to happen. Never. You can never, ever learn everything about social media. And if there's anyone who sits there and tells you they know everything, they are talking out of their posterior. I'm just conscious that you've just said that the children might be listening.
It's never worried her before.
It's because you put the idea in my head. So yeah, you'll never learn everything, but which is why you need to continually be marketing your own business, because you are going to be constantly learning. So when they roll out new features, you can figure out how it works. You can press the buttons. You're not doing that on your client's account, so that then they're happy to pay you because you've already figured that out. There's so many benefits of just using your own business. And essentially, if you're doing it well, you're not working for free on that either, because people are paying you.
Yeah, and I would also say, Why would you work for free to build somebody's audience when you could work for free to build your own? Why would you try and get someone else's business in front of their customers for free when you could do it for free and get your own business in front of potential customers? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Get that on an Instagram graphic.
Okay, I'll do that afterwards. So yeah, work for your own business for free. Don't work for anyone else's business for free, right?
Yeah.
In terms of like ongoing social media marketing work. I think also it's important to remember that if you are putting time and effort into an unpaid role, sort of on a long-term basis, you have less time available to put into paid work. So you're essentially saying no to paid work because you're saying yes to free work.
And it's the
Do you
whole...
agree with that?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And I think it's the same as a free trial. Like, no way, Jose. If you do a 2-month free trial for a business, why would they ever then pay you? Like, no. Like, 100% no, never, ever.
It's attracting the wrong people, isn't it, by offering that work for free? Because somebody who's really invested and has got money to spend on marketing is not looking for somebody who's doing it for free. They're looking for somebody who's the best person, and they know they're the best person because they charge well.
Yeah.
So you're just attracting the freebie seekers who are never going to pay you. So what if, though, you need specific experience in like a sector or an industry? Should you do work for free then? And if so, like what?
So when I was kind of niching and like finding out about different parts of the industry that I was hoping to niche into, but I couldn't quite decide exactly how focused I wanted to be. I wanted to find out more. I used to do audits. I used to do free audits. We've spoken about this on another podcast. I used to essentially do them as a competition because then I would reap the benefits then of seeing audience growth of that niche. I would also reap the benefits of being able to sell to the people who entered the competition but didn't win. But ultimately, by doing the free audit, I was able to get underneath the bonnet, so to speak, of businesses within the niche that I wanted to get expertise in. And I wanted to understand more about how their content was working within that industry. It was brilliant for me because the business 100% benefited from these audits, and they were always like really, really pleased. And I always got great testimonials, which obviously led to more work because I was sharing those testimonials on my socials, all of that jazz. But more importantly for me, the knowledge I got from working alongside those businesses in those different industries was so useful for me, because then I could make sure that my ongoing marketing, well, I was speaking to that industry. I was using the terminology because I'd spent time understanding the previous businesses that I'd been auditing. I'd seen what was working, what wasn't working. It was much easier for me to then create content based on all of the learning I'd had doing these free audits. And then I would be like, you know what? This niche seems like really, really hard work. Bugger that. I'm going to go and do it again. So like a couple of months later, I'd do another competition and I'd say, if you work within the garden furniture industry, I'm giving away a audit. And then it would go again. I'd go, oh, you know what? I like this one. This works. I can do this. I can do my ads for this. I can do that. Okay, this is good. And off I go. And then that's how I started to get clients within that industry. And yes, I was working for free because I was offering these audits for free, but I was making sure that I was doing it in a very strategic way that actually I could gain from it financially as well. That makes sense?
Yeah, totally. Nice. I like it. So short-term work for free, basically, not like long-term stuff.
Yeah, and one-off stuff, but you've got to make sure there's a benefit for you. Like, as we said at the start, if there's no benefit for you, then there's no point doing it.
We all know that businesses hiring social media marketers want to see a return on their investment. After all, they probably hired you to make sure their business was being seen by the right people. But ROI is really tricky to prove when it comes to organic social media marketing, unless you can use stone cold data. With Agora Pulse, you can easily see which posts and conversations are driving website traffic, leads, and sales without being a Google Analytics expert. Get 2 months free with Agora Pulse at thetwolauras.com/Agora Pulse and see for yourself. So you would say that there are specific times you should work for free?
Yes.
And I agree. I think there are definitely specific times that you should work for free. And for me, one of the times that I think people in social media should work for free. And one of the times that I've done it, and that's really benefited for me, is when you can get in front of an audience who might buy from you, whether it might be that they might hire you as their social media manager, or they might buy a course or a power hour or whatever it is that you're selling. If you can get in front of those people and without having to pay, so you're not spending money on ads, for example, then I think you should work for free. So, for example, for me, I used to do a lot of masterclasses in people's memberships, and it would never occur to me to have charged for that. Some of them did offer me money, which, you know, if somebody offers me money, I'm going to take it. But I never would have gone out and said, yes, I can do this masterclass for you, but I'm going to charge you XYZ amount of money. Because in my mind, I am in front of the perfect audience, and they do need to be the right people, by the way. In front of the perfect audience, I am giving them a quick win, but I'm also positioning myself as a person who can help them more. And I know that masterclass is going to live in that membership until that membership closes down. So I'm still getting leads now, which I'm not taking on. I'm passing on to our directory, the Meet the Social Pro directory. But I'm still getting leads now from masterclasses that I did in 2018, 2019.
Nice.
I've not had to put any extra work into those. If I was advertising that, I would be spending money on Facebook ads, and I would have had to do that since 2018, 2019. That would have cost me a fortune. What it actually cost me was a couple of hours of my time. And it's great marketing. But I think a lot of people think, well, I'm going to go and do this training. I want to be paid for it. Well, if it's saving you money in terms of marketing, you are kind of being paid for it.
And I can understand if the audience there isn't of any use to you, it's not your niche, there's no benefit to you, then I can understand potentially putting a price on it. But like, I used to do workshops, like you obviously were more into masterclasses. I used to do face-to-face workshops. So I used to go and travel to events. I used to speak at events, which seems like a really alien concept that these words are actually coming out of my mouth. I can't imagine you doing that. I know. But I used to stand in front of these people. I used to teach them the latest tips and tricks or what have you about social media or certain platforms. And because then I was building my local audience, and then I would sell my workshops. And I used to travel there. So there would be expenses. There'd be fuel, there'd be parking. I'd probably have to buy a couple of drinks because I had to be sociable. You know, so yes, not masses, but I wouldn't charge them. You know,
no.
I'm not suggesting I was speaking on huge, great big stages here. You know, these are small, intimate like events, but it was all the perfect people. And often they would all come and be booking onto my workshop. So the marketing of my workshops, I didn't really have to do because I'd got this primed audience ready who'd heard me speak, and they'd seen that I clearly knew what I was talking about. So then when I said, right, I've now got availability on this next Instagram workshop, for example, people would come and book on, and I'd be full. It was great. So to me, I was getting paid, but as a direct result of my workshop. So it's just a form of marketing. Like, no one pays us to post on social media. So if you're looking at it as a marketing effort, then it's well worth doing that for free if it's the right audience, if it benefits you.
Yeah, I agree. And it's that short-term work again, isn't it? It's not a lot of time, not a lot of effort, but it could result in really good long-term benefits or social proof or connections. You know, if you went and did a free masterclass in a great membership that's got your perfect people, and you get one great nugget of, you know, thanks or a comment in the chat that you can screenshot and put on your socials, that's speaking to the right people by the right people. That's brilliant social proof. You know, you'd pay a lot of money for that. Yeah. So, you know, and the right connections, because the people who are maybe in that masterclass or who are at the events that you were speaking at, they know people who they can then obviously talk to about you. So I think it's well worth it from that perspective, from my point of view.
Yeah, 100%.
So to sum up then, there are 3 specific times that you should work for free. 1, when it benefits you.
Yeah.
2, when it doesn't stop you earning money elsewhere, so it's not taking your time that you can, you know, be putting into a paid role.
Yeah.
And 3, when it can have long-term benefits from your business. So next time you're thinking, should I do this for free? Just keep those things in mind and just ask yourself those questions. Does it benefit you? Is it stopping you from making money elsewhere? And will it have long-term benefits? And then, make a decision based on that.
Nice.
So I hope that this was helpful, and drop into our DMs, let us know. We are at the 2 Lauras on all platforms, as you probably know, and we'd love to hear from you. And make sure that you hit subscribe and follow wherever you're listening, so that you don't miss next week's episode. We will be back same time, same place next week.
Goodbye.
Oh, that was English. I like you.
I know, I'm running out of languages.
Au revoir.
Ciao.